And yeah, oh, it's going to be Eldrazi Black versus Jund.
This should be an interesting matchup, I think. We'll have to wait and see, though.
Jund is going to have to get out the blocks really fast on this one.
It's a very heavy favourite into Eldrazi Black. This is why this deck's been doing so well, because Jund's been so predominant at the moment in the meta. So we can see that it's currently gone.
Oh, and the mana symbols are coming out.
So we've got spare mana symbols, we've got a lot of dice and everything like that. So
just want to comment on the Tassapur playmat.
We know James loves his Tassapur playmat. I saw him bring it out and I was like, that's a good playmat.
It is a good playmat.
That's one of those things. So just getting a quick, our shuffle's done. So, have you seen much of the Eldrazi Black deck?
I've seen a few matches with the Eldrazi Black deck.
It's a good deck. It's one of those decks where you have to watch it very carefully.
Yeah, the timing on the Wasteland Strangler as well. You've got to get.
There's a lot of good removal for this deck, so you can easily Wasteland Strangler a Bob. You can Wasteland Strangler early Goyf if they're going to bring it down.
If a Goyf comes down, Eldrazi Black has a really good way of cycling out the graveyard.
Yeah, so you have Scuttling Claws and you have Relic.
Yeah, so he's going to be very dependent on how Jund is going to go out the blocks.
It is an interesting match, and we will have to wait and see how Duggan actually tries to deal with this. We'll wait though, and we'll just get our.
Yeah, we're going to rolls.
It's not very high roll, that one.
Just.
Eldrazi Black, I'm guessing, will be taking the play to start.
Yeah,
with that
you
early
really want to go on the play on this one.
Awesome. We'll get this started now. And welcome to round 2.
And welcome to round 2. If you're just joining us, this is James Taylor's Eldrazi Black versus Matthew Duggan's Jund deck.
I actually think it's junk.
Is it junk?
It's not junk, it's junk.
Oh, it is junk. Yeah.
So we'll quickly change that. I thought it was junk.
Asban.
I think I know what you're playing. I don't think this is good for me.
Alright, okay.
So junk is a slightly different matchup.
Yeah, just a little bit. I think it's going to be more relevant to out the blocks in this one.
That should all be updated now, so we'll see we'll have it on the screen. That is junk.
Yeah, junk versus Eldrazi Black.
Junk has some of the best matchups in the entire
and James gone down to 6.
It's not like
okay. He's got the Mind Stone, and he's keeping that, and he's scrying.
We're going to start, right?
Yep, scry leaves it on top.
I believe so. Yeah, we are. Yeah.
Yep, leaves it on top.
Leaves it on the top. Let's see what happens.
Of course, with the new Mulligan rule, it leads off with a Ghost Quarter.
Interesting.
Shambling event, so this...
If he wants to do it, he's welcome to.
Yeah. I think mana bases are not as greedy as they used to be.
Unfortunately not, but you still get against Ghost Quarters against decks like Boomtime. Very good. They're also very good against Nerfo, because I found out last time I was testing.
Yeah. As I say, I wouldn't be surprised if there was a Ghost Quarter in the junk deck as well.
They're most likely, I think most decks can afford to run nowadays.
Yeah.
Especially as I think changing the rules of the Ghost Quarter now creates waste mana, so it'll be worth it.
Yes, it will, yeah.
But anyway, it's a black mana now.
So, out of these, he takes the Scavenging Ooze.
Very, very good card for this. He's obviously not fearing the Path to Exile.
No.
Which is interesting. There is a Thoughtseize in hand though, so we'll see.
And there it is, Thoughtseize. So we have,
Ruin Processor.
And that's the mono black.
So we've got one Blight Herder, a Mind Stone, a Go for the Throat, and another Herbal. Not the best. So he's stuck.
What would you take?
It'd probably be the Processor.
Yeah, the Processor seems. Yeah. He does in fact go for the Processor. Go for the Throat. Mind Stone, it does cantrip you.
But Mind Stone, you'd have to sack it to get the cantrip, which is not always worth it.
It's the second Urborg in hand though.
And there's the Relic.
There's the Relic.
But we're going to go for the Mind Stone into Relic.
Into Relic. Yeah.
And we'll say
yeah, the second Urborg in hand is going to hurt him a little.
It will. He'll have to, if he needs to, he'll have to tap it for mana, then play the other one and can't sack the other one. So if the worst comes to the worst, it is losing him a land. But at the moment, he seems okay. It's the problem with junk though. It is a very, very control-y deck. It's more than junk, but it can control the board. Now it'll just drop Lingering Souls. And this just makes it even harder.
Yeah, because as soon as you swarm the board, it's going to create problems.
It will. That's why Junk is a really good matchup against Junk, because the 1-for-1s are terrible.
Would you crack the relic right now for
Or
just to get rid of the
expedition
link?
map.
Yeah, he's found
There
an
we
expedition
go.
map.
So we'll go for the eye. And now taps for black as well, so
Yes,
it makes that
so-
Wasteland Strangler 1 mana.
Yeah.
Oh, he's going for Temple.
Temple. Oh, okay.
2 for an Eldrazi.
So
Any
he might.
Eldrazi spell, he'll
Yeah.
get it for 2.
Yeah.
So we currently have Matt on 17 at the moment
Are you playing that for your land?
Yes.
for the shocks.
Yeah, yeah, he's cracking so he doesn't flash back that Lingering
Yeah.
Souls.
Smart move, that one. We'll keep.
Yeah, you've got to get rid of that
There's a
Lingering
nut.
Souls as soon as.
James is now down to 18.
I've got 15 of those.
And Thought Seize, so Matthew goes down to 15.
And there's the Strangler.
Wasteland Strangler.
So the Strangler goes, stops any value.
Yeah, looking at the list, there's a lot of value in Matthew's deck that
Junk
could.
has a lot of value. It's going to be
Yeah.
a very hard matchup for Eldrazi Black. Jund, on the other hand, is not as hard a matchup
No,
for because they don't have the Lingering Souls
Yeah.
and the Path. They rely on kill
The
spell.
path is going to be relevant as soon as.
Ulamog and any of the big processes and any of the big
Yeah, it's.
wins.
Inquisition.
Because Path goes around Void Ring as well, which is,
Yes, it does, yeah, which is.
On a token.
And go for the throat, one of the tokens.
this is a
Fire this up. 3.
And in with the Shambling
Gain
Vents.
2 of 17.
Duggan
So-
is on 17 now.
And Matt James goes down 3
To 50.
to 50.
I'll crack my Mindstone.
So he's cracked the Mindstone because he's trying to find some answers now.
Yeah.
He's found a Thought Seize, which is not that good in this situation.
No, but he's going to do it anyway.
So he'll
And
take
finds the path. And
Well, we can't actually. I think he's taking
yeah,
the
drop
abrupt
decay.
So the Path he's not fearing at the moment.
No, no.
We'll have to wait and see what he does with this turn. He has. So I'll wait. He's a Wasteland Strangler.
Yep, so he is going to return.
Yeah.
I'd return the land to the
I
graveyard.
think the land's the least scariest thing. You could return Thought Seize as well because there's
Yeah.
no flashback.
No,
in
there
his
is no
deck,
flashback. He's
apart
not.
from the Souls.
Yeah, apart from the Souls. The Souls is probably the last thing you want to
So-
play in the graveyard.
Now we have a big. Well, it's not that big. It's a 3/3.
It's a 3/3, but
It's enough to stop things for the time being. But if he has a Lily, then it's going to be a bit harder for him.
and there is Wasteland Strangler. -3, -3. And here's the Goyf.
We have the guys that sat on the board.
Put the
Then.
land back, right? I'm going close.
No,
Yeah,
but the
yeah, sure.
got sorcery artifact instant creature.
So it's a 4/5 at the moment.
4/5.
Those artifacts helping to pump it. There's another land off the top. It's not looking good.
Not what he wants to see.
Oh, it's a white border land.
Oh,
James, what are you doing to us?
what edition is that?
No, I won't be able to say. So this looks very.
It
locked
actually
down
does
at the
look like an
moment.
8th edition swamp.
You have to play all white border. You don't play any at all. So James has that current at 13, and we've got Duggan at 17 at the moment. Wasteland Strangler is one of those cards that hasn't seen any standard play, but it's got so
Yeah.
many good exile effects in modern that it's a
And we
favourite.
don't know what he's just played.
6 out of 20.
There's the Goyf dice. There is another card above the Goyf. We can't see what it is.
So we need to keep an eye on. And
And
we'll
it's
just go
concession.
straight
And
if we didn't even see it. So we'll go to the next game. Let's
Yep.
have a look at our sideboards here.
right, so we'll start with Mono Black Eldrazi
Go on, I
sideboard.
think that's more interesting, isn't it?
Yeah, there's a lot of. There is a lot of.
I can
options.
see Knight of-
Interesting. I'm just going to say interesting Memoricides in there.
I can see the Dismember coming in. I can see the Knights coming in.
Yeah, the Knights definitely.
I could see another Processor coming in, maybe.
And all his dust.
Very good in this deck.
Yeah, very good against this matchup.
So we'll have the Aura's Duskin. The Spellskite could come in as well.
Spellskite could. It could be just like a rod for Path to Exile.
They might not bring the souls. They might bring the Ratchet Bomb in instead, though.
The Ratchet Bomb. I don't know, because he's only got lingering souls to worry about.
True.
The rest of them, I would bring in probably all his dust. Not only does it take care of the tokens, it takes care of the Goyf and everything else on the board. It's either that or the Damnation.
Yes. I could see the Damnation coming
Damnation.
in.
So I'd probably say Night of Souls, Betrayal, Damnation.
And maybe all his dust or a Spellskite. Most likely all his dust, I think, in this situation. In terms of the junk deck, this is an interesting one. I can see the Fulminators coming in.
Yeah, the Fulminators are definitely coming in here.
Stony Silence could come in because there's a lot of artifacts.
Yes, there is a lot of artifacts, but then again, I'd probably see...
Jamoke's Clan doesn't see any play here, unfortunately. Sagada won't see any play here. Damnation could.
Damnation could. It does get rid of the big creatures that don't have Indestructible.
The only ones it doesn't get rid of is Ulamog.
Yeah.
And if you'd rather keep a path for that.
He is running 2 in the deck.
So there is 2 Ulamogs, so Damnation could be a good call in this situation. It'll be there's the Fulminators going, and the Stony Silences.
Yeah, Stony Silences, yeah.
So he might leave the Damnations out, because if you can shut down the mana producing rocks,
then there's no need.
There's no need. It'll be a much slower game for him, and he can keep up with any big
probably take out the Kitchen Finks.
It's probably not as useful in this matchup because of the exile effect.
Yeah. Obviously, Scavenging Ooze is still in.
You can see a prop decay is coming out.
Yeah.
Down to 2 maybe.
Down to 2 because they're not exactly as relevant in this matchup.
Inquisition down as well.
Yeah. Again, he's got a lot of high mana.
You can keep Thought Seizes in, but you've got Inquisitions.
Thought Seizes I'd keep in.
Inquisitions come down to 2 maybe. Abrupt Decays come down
Path's
to 2.
still in. Souls are still in because Souls in this matchup you need those blockers.
It's a strong matchup. I could see a Tasker going down.
Yeah, I can see a Tasker going down too,
and maybe a Scooze.
Because there's a lot of exiling effects that affect Tasker quite a lot.
James is down to 6. We're on to the next round. We're ready to start.
Yep.
So James has already taken the mulligan straight away. Oh, we can see the Damnation has come in though.
Yeah, the Damnation has come in.
We have a free-land hand. This I recognise this list because this is the one I was testing with last night with. So it's a very strong list. This.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Cockatrice has a way of putting three Path to Exiles in your opening hand and no lands. So I don't know how that happens.
And this is. Oh, he's keeping.
He's keeping. He's got the Scry. It's staying on the top.
So he's got looks like Whispering Wild Wound.
So we'll get the good old Whispering. And we'll start off with an Eldrazi Temple.
Yeah.
Still, I don't know if I prefer Wildwood or Raging Ravine.
You can make arguments for both in any case, really.
You can definitely but I think the Raging Ravine has that thing where it can outlast.
Go out of control and...
If it comes to that point in the game, it will do that.
Yeah.
We have the one or filter land in this deck.
We've started on James. Whoa, that's some quick mana there.
So at the moment his Eldrazi are going to be very cheap.
Indeed.
And that's now happening.
Oblivion Soul?
Yeah, Oblivion Soul.
That's a very early turn 3 Oblivion Soul. Let's see what happens with this.
This effectively 3. Yeah.
Makes it cost 4 +1, 2. Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, just checking that.
No one's sure exactly.
Yeah, so top 4, and we don't quite see.
I see some lands.
We see some lands. We also see a Kitchen Finks get removed.
I think that's 2 lands coming in from the Oblivion Soul. Oh, just one.
Just one, and it's a...
Godless Shrine.
Ooh, good land to take. Because it does produce black for him.
It does. It does. Produce black anyway.
Yeah.
This will be a Liliana thinking to sack off the Oblivion Soul.
Because that is one big threat.
We've just fetched for a basic, so that's down to 19 for Duggan.
A 5/8 on turn 3 is devastating.
So we'll get rid of the Sour because he's done his work now. He's ramped a little bit.
So yeah.
There's a relic. We can see an Ulamog in hand.
So what did he cast to get rid of?
He cast the Liliana.
Oh, the Liliana's in the currently in our life total.
In our corner, yeah. It'll be fine. I think that was.
Yeah, it's on 1 at the moment. So
that was a call by call play. I think that one. That was the best way to deal with it.
Yeah, there's relic.
Awesome. think that should be it this turn. I don't think he's going to be able to do anything else. He has to go for the throat just in case.
Yeah, just in case something comes out. But
he also has the Ghost Quarter for the Stone
and he
Wildwood.
has the Ormog in hand.
So it's going to be very scary. Has he got a path though to stop things?
No, he does have a Stony Silence.
He'd force him to crack it now.
Yeah, I think the Stony Silence is the play.
Yes.
There we go.
Call the Stony Silence.
So in response, I believe he's going to draw.
Yeah, crack and draw. And there's a Wasteland Strangler.
Yeah, Wasteland Strangler. Stony Silence is probably one of the key cards in the matchup.
Definitely. Now this makes his hand much weaker as well.
Yeah, it does, because it stops the Mind Stone and it stops the Relic of Progenitus from exiling.
Yeah.
Makes his rune processes worse.
So the Go for the Throat was discarded from Liliana.
Yeah, that's understandable.
So we should see a Goyf here actually.
Yeah. I mean,
I can see a Goyf coming down, but it will die instantly because it's a 2/3 at the moment. The Goyf.
so we've got instant and land in the graveyard.
So this should die instantly. 2, I think. Matt is now currently at 18 life, by the way.
Yeah. So we'll play Wasteland Strangler, put another land into the yard.
Exactly. Wasteland Strangler process. I was just going to go.
No, Oblivion Sower. He's going second Oblivion Sower.
Wow. We go for some more exiles. Get another land.
Yep, it's a Verdant Catacombs which can fetch.
So now it forces him if he wants to sack with Liliana.
Yeah, I get everything that's exiled.
Got it, that makes sense.
And he gets the 2 lands because it's everything that's exiled from
Yes,
Oblivion,
it is,
so,
yes.
so he's ramping even more. He's now tapped for black
And
as
there's
well. So,
Wasteland Strangler just to kill the guy.
so we'll
You'll have to put
have to put
something from exile first, which is Abrupt Decay, which is instant, which also is Go for the Throat, so nothing changes.
nothing goes.
Because you have to put it in the
Yeah,
graveyard
indeed.
as part of the cost.
Otherwise it would go up. I've learnt that when I tried to bolt a
Goyf.
Goyf before, and it goes up to
I think,
3/4,
I
and
think
you're just like,
as soon as you do that
Oh.
the first time, you've learned.
you never do it again.
You never do that again.
you might see a Damnation come out here.
Yeah, just to
clear
here
the-
it is, Damnation.
But this does leave the pathway for Ulamog to
Yeah.
come out and remove Liliana and any threats. And
Yeah, I'd probably get rid of Liliana and
the Wildwood,
yeah, the Wildwood. Then all you've got to deal with is Shambling Vent.
which is not that scary.
No,
And then
if they
Yeah,
pass
this is-
it, then
this is going to be an Ulamog.
yeah, all the more. Oh no,
no.
Rune Processor. So this is 5 life. Put in Abrupt Decay back in the graveyard.
Again, 5 life?
Yep. 25.
Yep, Rune Processor.
So that's another big threat for him.
Yeah, and he gains 5 life. Up to 25.
Now it'll force him to either sack with the Liliana.
Yeah.
But there, I've just seen a path being drawn, so the Ulamog is not that scary at the
Yeah.
moment. We'll see what happens though.
Yeah. At the
gonna
moment,
force
a
the sack.
7/8 for 5 mana.
It's pretty scary.
Yeah.
And we'll see a Goyf
And
come
there's
down.
the Goyf.
So this Ulamog will be removing the Goyf and Liliana. From
Yeah.
The only problem with this deck, if it does get...
Oh, I think that was all his dust. It is all his dust.
Oh, he discarded the Ulamog by the look of it.
Yeah. So all his dust gets rid of Liliana and the Goyf and the Stony Silence.
That's a pretty good turn, that one. So we'll just have to say go.
Yeah, there is all his dust.
Lovely little card. EDH staple, I think.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And now actually might see a price spike because of this deck. Well,
Well,
Ugins, I have Ugins.
and in with the Wildwood.
Is he going to go Scorcher? That's the question.
Yeah.
I think it.
I think- I
he
think-
can afford to take it for now.
Yeah, I think I would Ghost Quarter the Wildwood rather than the Shambling Vent.
Yeah, Shambling Vents, the incremental life gain can mean a lot though.
Yeah, I think that was an Inquisition he just got.
If it's an Inquisition, then he's safe from anything big he draws the next time.
He's passed into turn.
This is going to be hard for him in this matchup now because he's now down to 1 card a turn and then Junk can just live off that. Which is a very scary thought.
Then it pays life. Goes on 17.
He's on 17 now. So he's okay for man at the moment. He might be saving the Inquisition for a big...
Goes in with the Wildwood again.
He'll take the 3 again. He'll go down to 19, James. We'll just have to wait and
Still
see.
saving that Ghost Crawler.
So this is why Junk does the best, because he can grind out games like this. Like, you can have a big creature like
So
Ulamog.
he's activated Eye of Ugin.
He's going to be searching for that Ulamog now.
He is going to be searching for Ulamog. Probably take out the Wildwood and the Shambling Vent.
I can see that happening. Has he got another Ulamog on this side? I don't think he has.
He's got 2. This would be his...
Cast you can
Oh no, he's getting Blight Herder.
Interesting. So he's going to make some 1/1s
Yep, return 2
to make
from exile.
2 1/1s. Should be.
Just get that up on the screen.
Just gonna double check that. Look there.
There's Blight Herder.
See what he returns.
Probably Damnation and the Thoughtseize, yeah.
We'll keep the countdown for Goyf, which is the thing. And we'll
Yeah.
get 2 1/1s now.
Yeah, you get 3
3
1/1
1/1s.
Scions.
So this is actually a beatdown plan now.
Yeah. The swarm has begun.
The Inquisition is there. I think he should have Inquisition first.
Maybe, because he
Oh, wow.
sees 2 path.
So that's a scary thing to see.
2 things back in. Yeah.
So he's playing a second Blight.
Herder. Ooh,
Wow.
That's quite a board.
So that's 10 damage a turn. Because if he's got
Well, he's got 6 Scions and 2...
one Blight Herder.
he's just
one's
passed the
been
other one.
halved.
Yeah, so that is 10 damage a turn. That is,
There's a Scoos though, but it's not going to be eating much.
No.
So this is why this deck's really interesting. It can come back from points like this in the format.
Plus, he's been processing non-creature spells because he knows
Yeah.
that ooze is still
There is
there.
the ooze still around there, which is the main thing. It should be an interesting turn though. We'll see what James can do with this. That's an herbal. It's not as
That's
good.
not going to help.
How many creatures have you got? I've got 4. Got 4.
Alright, let's see what happens.
Is the feast going to begin?
We'll have to wait and see. Let's see. It's not wise to swing him with the tokens at the moment. You can force the block with Light Herder.
Yeah.
Force him to trade with it.
I mean, he's also got the Eye of Ugin, which he can fetch up, probably a Void Winnower.
I think that might be best. It could be the Ulamog though.
Could be the second Ulamog, but now he knows that there's no more pass in his hand. Ulamog is now safe to fetch.
We'll see what he does here. He might be fetching it now.
He could actually just get the Wasteland Strangler just to try and force the
That is a
ooze.
very good plan actually. That may happen. We'll have to wait and see to see what he gets.
Looks-
Oh, he's going for the Winnower.
Oh, he's going for the you can't even.
You can't even do everything. It's also very good against spirit tokens.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
And it's a foil Winnower.
It
He's
is a
very,
foil
he's very
Winnower.
proud of
Oh,
that foil Winnower.
yeah, he
I know
is.
he talks about it a lot.
Yeah. The fact that there's 0 is also even.
Yes, so those tokens don't do anything.
Can't block creatures with even command.
I thought it was just him.
And he can't block with the ooze.
Yes, he can't. So if he can play it this turn.
It does cost 7, and I believe he's got more than enough. He's second
Yeah, he's
Scions to do so.
Ugins, we haven't got any Ugins.
No Ugins in the list. Ulamogs, there's 2 Ulamogs.
We know
We've
there are
seen
2
one.
Ulamogs.
We've seen one. We know there are 2 Ulamogs.
There should be one more coming up for this turn, hopefully.
Yeah, he wants to make sure that path is clear.
He wants to stop
No pun
anything.
intended.
So now everything in attack and this scavenging ooze is just going to sit here and try and eat things before he can process things.
Yeah,
He's eaten 3 things though. James is now...
it goes up to a 6/6 that can't block.
Yeah, but it's still going to do a lot of damage.
So I think the race is on.
James is currently at 16 life. Awesome, that should be great. Let's see what happens
So,
now.
with that
This
Void
could be a
Win-
Tasiga.
Void Winnower is exceptionally big to block as well, because it can block itself.
This looks like a Tasiga actually. This could be a changing point for the game if you can start getting stuff back.
Yeah, the more things you can get back, the
There drops the
there's
Tasiga.
Tasiga.
Oh,
You can't cast Tasiga. It's 6 mana.
I'm an idiot for revealing.
You can't cast them.
Tasiga's 6 mana, so we cannot cast
Well.
even with Delve Cost.
This is going to be a problem, I think.
Yeah, Tasiga, unfortunately, is a converting mana cost 6
It
card.
is. You forget about that sometimes though, because normally I cast it for 1 or 2 when I play it, especially in standard.
Yeah.
So we have the Blight Herder, we have the...
So Void Winnower is actually the star of this game now.
This could be going to a 3rd game.
It could be.
We'll have to wait and see though, this should be very interesting. This could be a long game, this one. They're both very grindy decks.
In with the team.
In with the team, let's see what happens. It's going to have to...
Whispering Wildwood can't block either because it's a 0 converting mana cost.
I go 16 up to 20.
Oh, he's removed 2 to save some life.
Yeah.
So they're going to try and race with the... This is a very, very back and forth game, this one.
Yeah, it's going to be close. But James down to 4.
This is all on this turn. He needs to find... Well, he's got a Blight Herder now, so he's got blockers.
Yeah. I mean, there are answers. I mean...
the second
all is dust could be the key.
It could be. or it could just simply be the Blight Herder blocking enough to stop them doing things.
Because Blight Herder is odd mana.
It is.
It can block.
Well, it does. It's only your opponent's.
It's only your opponent's.
Which is why Void Winnower is such a scary card for any deck like this, which plays a lot.
And they leave back the Eldrazi to block.
No Siege Runner off the top, unfortunately.
No.
Which is a shame.
So as we go on to game 3, I believe.
I think this will be interesting.
This is going to be a good matchup.
This is why we had the Eldrazi deck. This is why I said this deck's going to be good to watch. Especially against Junk as well. I did say a Junk matchup is a very good matchup.
So would you re-sideboard anything if you're mono black?
If you're mono black, I don't think you would.
We did not see any Knight of Soul's Betrayal.
I don't think they'll be coming in then. I don't think it's worth it because he has... He could side it in this game though, that's the thing. It's because he has that option to do it. But
I mean, even Surgical Extraction, you could target Path.
Yes, I think a couple of Fulminated Mages might come out of Duggan's sideboard so he can go a little bit quicker.
I don't know, because Ayavugin pretty much sealed that game. I didn't see any Fulminator Mages during that game. So
I was like, I've got control. It's pretty good.
As we were just hearing from our people there, that all the dust is a big game changer.
Because all your Planeswalkers,
Got a little clock on the go.
they've still got colours.
Yep, they still have colours, and it's the scary thing about that. I'll have to wait and see now what's going to happen. Let's go for it. So we also need to talk about our Patreon.
Oh yeah,
stream.
As we said, this channel is funded by you guys. Without you, we wouldn't even have this channel.
True.
You could support us by on Patreon, and subscribing to the stream.
It's always good that.
Always good.
I wouldn't be able to sit here on a Sunday afternoon and talk about Magic.
No, great games like this.
Where we get to actually enjoy interactive games where we're not just sitting there with a twin player going, pass, pass. As much as there's a lot of thought process in this, and I respect that it's a very hard deck to pilot correctly, it can be, in terms of watching the stream, it's like watching Miracles versus Miracles in Legacy.
Yeah.
When it comes to a Finals in a Legacy SCG and it's Miracles versus Miracles, I'll turn it off because it's...
So we are going to opening hands. I do see a little Morg in James, but
I
not
think
enough.
we're going down straight to the mulligan again for James.
I
do have a
Matthew's sticking with that hand. It looks
a solid hand. That's the thing. I tell you what, I've noticed the lack of at the moment. Thrun and the sideboards of green decks.
Yeah, Thrun is. I think it's due to the fact that there are more exile effects now.
Exactly. Yeah. True. But even then, the hexproof is still a lot.
Yeah, the hexproof is still a lot.
And especially again, maybe because blue-white control isn't that much. Blue-white-red control is not as near as...
And the regen is relevant.
The regen is relevant, especially against... Apart from decks with Damnation, of course.
No, yeah, Damnation's seen a lot more play of late.
Especially as Merfolk have been seeing a rise, this Eldrazi deck has seen a rise, and Zoo has seen a rise. Yeah, so creature decks are becoming stronger nowadays.
Yeah, it's not just Affinity.
It's not just Affinity, and it's not just Twin.
No.
But James is taking a mulligan down to 5 now this time.
Oof. That's harsh.
Duggan on the play as well, so this is going to be a harder game for
And of
you.
course, being Eldrazi Black, I don't see much draw power apart from the Mind Stone.
You only have the Mind Stones as the draw power. You can
fine.
try and control the game as best you can with Wasteland
Well,
Stranglers.
and the relics.
And the relics. But the tempo plays on the Wasteland Stranglers are the key things in this deck, and if you don't get them early, then you fall behind.
Yeah, you do.
There is one advantage of this deck.
I also see Damnation in Matthew's hand, so
This is going to be a very hard game for James. We'll have to wait and see. We do see a Mind Stone there.
we do see a Mind Stone, we see Orabog, we see... I think that's
lot.
Eye of Ugin.
I think that's a lot of lands though.
To be honest, I'd rather take that hand than mull down to 4.
True.
He keeps it on top,
But I have one on Moles to 4 before.
and it's an Inquisition, so
So
you
we'll go
can
straight
to the Inquisition.
straight to see what we got.
So we have 2 Goyf, a Scavenging Ooze, Path,
And a
Damnation. Unfortunately, Damnation not targetable, but I have a feeling it's probably going to be either a Tama Goyf or an Ooze.
It could be. Whatever happens, he picks in his position will grow the Goyf, which is the shame.
Yeah.
So we'll you have to be sure. Does he want to have the threat of Wasteland Strangler, or does he want to leave the path back?
Yeah. He's got choices.
I think
He's choosing the path.
I think I would probably in that situation take the path myself
Yeah.
as well, just because you know you have these big creatures that this deck has trouble.
And you also know he has a Damnation to reset.
So you're not too scared about. Oh, there's the land in the graveyard. So that's now a Goyf at a 3/4, which is going to be out of Wasteland Strangler range, unfortunately, unless you can exile the graveyard before.
Yeah. So we've got instant, sorcery, and land.
Be awesome now. Get this sorted.
3/4.
That's a 3/4 Goyf. That's a very good Goyf at the moment.
It is, and he draws another. Oh, is that another Roborg?
Here's another Urborg. There goes the Mind
that's-
Stone. This is not a pretty game for James. We'll see the second, most likely the second come down now.
And that's a Ghost Quarter.
That's even scarier, I'd say.
Yeah.
Especially with.
Eldrazi Temple is probably the target.
We'll just go straight for the
Fulminator
Fulminator. We'll knock him off some mana. We are now. James is now well and truly behind in this game. This is going to be a hard slog
now
for
it's
him.
a 4/5.
This is going to be even scarier.
There's Eye of Ugin.
So there's the
And
relic.
relic.
That's quite useful, that relic. That'll slow him down.
I see him Ghost Quarter in the Eye of Ugin though.
I can see him doing it in response to anything.
Yeah, he's going to attack. Crack the relic.
So he didn't Ghost Quarter the eye, which is interesting.
No, I would have, in
So-
response to the relic, I would have Ghost Quartered the eye.
So he can do this before damage, though. He can still Ghost Quarter it,
Yeah,
and it will still do 1 damage. Then.
yes, it will. Yeah,
So that's probably the reason why he's done it,
yeah.
which is the main thing, I think.
There's a swamp.
See a Twilight Mire. Are we going to see the second Goyf? Or the Scoos?
I'd probably say ooze. Yeah, the ooze. Yeah,
The Use is more relevant in this situation.
because there's 2 lands, you can get rid of his lands.
Yep.
And you know you don't have. It won't affect.
That's
Ghost.
a lot of
That
mana.
is a lot of land. He has an expedition map as well. And there's expedition map.
That's just going to grow the Goyfs.
That's going to grow the Goyf. It's just going to.
This is a slog and a half for James now, which is a shame because this is such a good matchup and it can go either way. And there's a Siege Rhino.
This should. There's the team.
Swinging in for free.
And
That's the second Goyf.
that's the second Goyf. There is no.
getting
He
to
hasn't
bring it
got another land to play the Siege Rhino, unfortunately. He's on 3 land.
So that's now a 2/3.
Yep.
I just stripped it.
Oh, you've moved it.
I just put it next to Goyf, that's it.
Someone just messaged me on it, saying it's not visible.
It seems quite visible.
Yeah, he's probably going to get the eye
It's in the middle of the
I
board.
think the eye's coming out.
because he needs to draw something big.
Yeah,
I
definitely.
think I had it maybe a
Probably Wasteland Strangler.
The card at the top of the screen at the moment is the second Goyf, which is
Yeah. Untapped at the moment.
untapped at the moment and is at 2/3.
This guy is not visible, not the guy. Yeah, just
There we go.
camera.
Thank you to our coordinator to sort that out, so our stream viewers can actually see it. And let's see.
So Ivogan fetch, yeah?
Irogan fetch.
Yep.
You won't be able to activate Irogan though.
All his dust.
That's turn.
That is an Eldrazi spell.
It is. He can cast it this turn. He's going
to have to. He's going to
gonna
reset the board. Oh.
Let's go for it.
So Matthew needs a land because all he's got in hand is a Rhino and a Damnation.
And there's the land.
And there's the land. He's going to crack this now. Actually, he could have just left it as it is.
Yes, because we have an Urborg. But I think he'd rather sort out his mana.
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't matter. He got a black anyway.
Yeah.
I think he's forgotten about Urborg in standard.
I'll play Rhino.
Yeah, there's
and
the
there's
Rhino.
the big Rhino. Everyone's favourite. C's playing modern now as well. Push junk over the edge, I think, a little bit, Rhino.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
The enter battlefield ability does get you out of situations.
That's a lot of land still. That's 2 lands in hand. He's going to have to start fetching. He's going to crack.
The Mind Stone. And it's another land.
This is not good. I think he's seen about...
Ghost Quarter.
I think in about 10 draws, he's seen about 7 lands.
Yeah.
It's not been pretty for James
And in
today.
with the Rhino, down to 5.
This is where Rhino shows its power. He has the Damnation backup in case... And it's another land off the top. This is not going well.
No.
It's another Urborg.
We've all had games like this.
He's going to search. He's going to have to hopefully survive.
Down to 1.
Down to 1. Luckily, there's no bolts in this format.
No.
Well, not in this format, in this deck, I'm sorry.
No, I was about to say gut shot.
Yes, that one I've got shot. He's
There
going
we
to pass
go.
the
All
game.
lands, yeah.
That was absolutely
Temple off the top
abysmal.
as well.
And there's half to exile off the top 4.
Unlucky for James.
That was such a good matchup.
It
though.
was,
I did
it
enjoy
was.
it.
Not only down to multi 5
Yeah.
and kept a land with 4 lands.
Okay, yeah, I can see that. It's
He
such a...
top decked every single land.
All
In
my
that.
creatures that I had on them.
Abysmal. Even if he goes caught himself, I don't think it would have made a difference.
I was like,
No.
mate, positions are terrible.
Unfortunately, that's magic
Like,
for
I'm
you.
holding
It is.
Never
We can still potentially see Eldrazi Black in the top 8.
Yeah,
though.
it's definitely not over for James. It is a very good deck. It's a
I can
very
see-
interactive deck.
I can see it going... I can see it easily going at least 4-1 today.
As we see, yeah, the Fulminators definitely came in.
Thragtusk came in.
Thragtusk came in. Now
And
that's
another Kitchen Finks came in.
Sigarda came in.
Interesting.
Now, Sigarda, I don't think I would have put Sigarda in because it dies to the All Is Dust.
It does, but he wasn't expecting the All Dust because the All Dust is in the sideboard.
Now, he put the Conduit of Ruin in.
Like worse than I
He
thought.
put the Conduit of Ruin in, Dismember.
Dismember, yeah.
He took out. Oh, that's what he took out the
Yeah,
Thought
Thought Seizes
Yeah.
a little bit too.
So he only brought those 3 cards in.
So he didn't bring anything else.
No, he didn't bring in the Knights of Souls
I didn't. It was a bit. It was. It's more Knight of Souls is more against
token.
Exarch.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
It doesn't work against Pestimite, but it stops Exarch.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
It's like Soul Sisters.
Sure,
Yeah.
I should bring in my damnation
Yeah.
against you.
I was actually surprised he didn't bring the Damnation in as well, just
I
to
think it's
clear the
not
board.
as it's not as big a creature deck as some decks. Like if it was like Merfolk or something like that, I could see the Damnation coming in. But I can see the reason why he didn't bring it in is because it's 4 mana and you'd rather be paying something big on that turn like Oblivion Soul for free
Yeah.
instead of playing something else, which is the main thing.
I'm not to play.
23.
I don't think we could have changed anything else in that game. It was such a good game though. I did
Yeah.
enjoy that one.
It was unfortunate for James in the last round.
It was a shame.
There's not many ways to deal with it. Not
So yeah, we've got about 10 minutes left on the ring.
So should we talk? I think we can go to.
It's just
We'll cut back to us quickly.
Yeah, we'll come back to us quickly. Yeah.
There we go.
There
We're back
we go.
there.
Yay.
We're all sorted. Now we're going to talk about one card that I'm very excited about.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
We're
The
going.
more Oath of the Gatewatch.
We're going to go back to Oath of the Gatewatch because
Yes.
it is all the spoilers are out and it is
Yep.
next weekend.
It is
it's
next
very,
weekend. So
Unfortunately, it's right before I get paid, so I'm going to have to try and save about 20-40 quid so I can play.
So yeah, we're gonna have to talk about this one, aren't we?
We're going to talk about Eldrazi Displacer.
Eldrazi Displacer. For those who don't know what Eldrazi Displacer
It's
is,
the only white
Eldrazi.
which is very weird to say because
Yeah.
it's not a very Eldrazi colour, is it? White.
no, it is in fact probably the only
Yeah.
white Eldrazi. It does have Devoid, so and we were on the screen now.
Also,
So
we
it's
can
2
see
and
it
a
now.
white with Devoid for a 3/3. So 3/3 to 3, not bad.
Still very good value.
Yeah, but for 2 and a glass, we're calling colourless glass because
We're going
colourless.
buyers for this one.
Yeah. Thank you, loading ready run. So for 2 and a glass, you can flicker a creature.
And everyone loves flickers, don't they?
Everybody loves flickers. I can see this being in a blue-white.
It's going to be Bant Flicker.
Bant
This
Flicker.
is the card that Bant needed for that Flicker deck to work. 'cause
Yeah.
We've had Flicker Wisps before. They're good. They're
Yeah.
not the best, though.
We have got so many interactions
We do.
with Flicker. Kitchen Finks. I'm just going to say for one. get it out of the way.
let's go straight back to standard in one
Oh.
in my favourite format, as we were saying in Innistrad Ravnica,
Yeah.
when we had Restoration Angel, and Fragtusk.
Yeah.
So let's make lose a value out of our Fragtusk again for 3 mana instead of 4. It's also good as an anti-aggro tool because it can flicker your opponent's
Yes,
creatures.
it can. And also the main nemesis of tokens.
Exactly. So we'll spend 3 mana. To be honest, I'd rather not spend 3 mana to kill a token, but
If you need to.
if you need to, it's
Depends
there.
on the token.
It does. If it's a Marit Large, but unfortunately we don't get that in Modern.
No, we don't.
Otherwise lands would be a deck, which is a shame, because I would love to play lands in Modern.
And also, if in standard as well as modern, I'm expecting this to go with Siege Rhino.
Oh, of course. I think we can definitely see it maybe as a one-of in Abzan.
Yeah, one of in Abzan. It is in Abzan colours.
Yeah. Could this see Legacy play, though? That's the question.
I don't. I think it's just a little bit too overcosted. Plus, the mana is not quite there for white.
You can see it. The problem is it could see Death and Taxes.
Yeah, it could see Death and Taxes.
Which is a very minimal. We do have a Death and Taxes player in the room, but unfortunately he's not around at the moment, so we can't ask him if he's going to be trying that out.
No,
But
but I can see him playtesting.
I can see it being playtested. I can see it because it can flicker
Yeah.
your.
But especially in modern, you want to Aether Vial this in.
You do want to file this in rather than play it because
Yeah.
then you'll get that 3 mana up.
The colourless mana is going to be easier than anyone thinks because we do have the mana rocks.
We do have the mana
We do
rocks.
have Mind Stone. We have
But I wouldn't want to be
Painlands as well.
Painlands are good. Twilight Mire, the filter
Twilight
land.
Mire,
Filter lands are
the
very
filter lands are
relevant.
really going to be good.
Now,
I
if
mean,
you're going to be playing these colours, you're going to be playing filter lands.
yeah, Twilight Mire.
Yeah.
If you're going the Abzan route.
You even got, what's the? I can't remember the black white one now. It's gone out of my head. The black white one. Yeah,
It'll be under Expeditions.
yeah. I'll have a look. See what the white one.
Yeah, because we're getting those reprinted as well.
Yeah,
the Expeditions.
It's very, very appropriate, isn't it?
Yeah.
Now, what would you want to pull more? Foil Wasteland or Foil Ancient Tomb?
Ooh, probably Wasteland.
I think Wasteland is the way forward.
Wasteland is probably the way forward.
But an Eye of Ugin at the moment.
Eye of Ugin.
The art on Eye of Ugin is ridiculously
Yeah,
good.
that is going to be sought after.
It definitely is. Let's have a look at the black white one. It is Fetid Heath.
Fetitive.
That's the one.
So yeah, the as we say, the colourless is going to be easier than people think.
It definitely will be because you have so many. People will actually be able to run Ghost Quarters, and it will actually maybe fix mana for.
Yeah, if Ghost Quarter fixes mana, even Keswick Wolf Run.
Wow, I never ever think about running Keswick Wolf Run just to play colourless. But it's one of those things. Shall we have a quick talk about the expeditions? Because
Yeah, these are relevant.
these are very relevant, and they are relevant to this sort of format. So, this set, we haven't got any of the we have got no rare lands in this set, which apart from Mirrorpool and those sort of lands, which
Yeah, Mirrorpool's going to be an interesting concept. I have to see it in action before I make my mind up on it.
It might see play in some standard decks.
Yes.
It's the fact it can replicate spells and creatures.
In standard decks, yes, and also
might have a one-of in Tron.
Yeah, definitely one of in Tron.
Because copying a Worm Coil engine is quite scary.
Yes, definitely. I mean, if you copy anything else, if you copy a Void Winnower.
Yeah. But you've got stuff like feels like more like an EDH sort of expedition sort of set.
Yeah, because you have got Strip Mine, you've got Wasteland.
The Strip Mine is a very beautiful card. You've got Dust Bowl as well, which is an interesting one as well. So Strip Mine, we'll see. For the vintage players, that's going to be very nice.
Oh yeah,
they'll want that because we all know that.
Yeah, Crucible of Worlds says hi.
Yeah. A Mana Confluence is an interesting card though.
Mana Confluence, it was in Theros block.
It was.
It's a strict upgrade from City of Brass.
True, because if it's got Urbo on the field, then you don't have to pay the life.
Nope. And also, yeah, you don't have to pay the life because City of Brass actually deals you damage when it becomes tapped.
So you could tap it in response to someone. If you wanted to kill someone off on one life, you could deceive or X up by City of
Yes,
Brass.
you can.
If you were that sort of person, you'd do that.
In Legacy, actually, City of Brass can actually kill you because there is actually an infinite tap combo.
Oh, I didn't know that one.
Where you can tap and untap their own City of Brass to kill them. Which is awful. It's like the worst way to be killed by your own card.
Yeah.
For those who faced Zealous Conscript since when it was standard, we feel for you.
No, I remember Zealous Conscripts. It's not a pretty card. I've had very good time with Zada's conscripts on cube at the moment recently. Well, before
You did Kiki Jiki, did you?
No, I stole a Venser when it was on 8 loyalty.
So you ultimated it.
Yeah,
when
so
you
I
did
ultimated it myself, and then he decided to rage quit for about 10 minutes and come back saying, "You're wasting everyone's time," and I was like, "Brilliant." So you just left for 10 minutes. And,
Yeah.
so obviously I went 3-0 on
And
that
of course,
one. And that
there
was
is
a very
actually a card in Oath that is like Seller's Constrict, but you do have to pay the 1/1
nice one. Yeah.
colourless. Which, to be fair, Wizards are saying we don't want another combo with Kiki Jiki.
Yeah.
We just don't.
I think we already have our next one of our things for next round. One of our viewers.
Oh, yes.
We are going to have Living End.
Oh!
A personal favourite of mine, Living End.
Now, I don't mind Living End, but I have actually in the past upset Living End players by playing. What was the card? It was a triple black. What was it called?
We'll
Anyway,
we'll
it
come
was
back to
triple
that.
black,
We'll
remove
have a
3,
think.
exile 3 cards from their deck. And
I think I know that one,
I
yeah.
managed to hit all 3 Living Ends, and he was like, "Oh, they got 3 in the deck." Like,
It's one of those things, isn't it?
yeah. Anyway,
I think we'll have Living End, and that should be good. I think.
yeah, Living End is an interesting matchup against some of the more graveyard-focused decks.
Yeah. That's the thing. We'll just check how long we've got left on this round,
Yeah.
and we'll see what we can do for that. So, what else have you been thinking about testing for the new format? Will we just check this?
Yeah, I reckon there will be definitely a Devoid deck. They're
Oh, yeah,
really
100%.
pushing the Devoid.
James Taylor's very much behind.
3 to 5. Okay, yeah, Devoid decks are really going to be pushed.
Oh, James Taylor is going to be the advocate of this.
Because the land that it either produces glass or it produces any
one-
land, any colour of mana,
I can
as long
definitely
as
see
you
that.
cast a Devoid creature. with it,
Okay.
which will be relevant
Oh,
in this
definitely, I can
definite
see that,
standard
yeah.
format. It is going to be huge.
Oh,
I reckon.
100%, yeah.
We've got new mana dorks that produce glass mana.
True.
And we've also got loads of other things.
I don't think the mana dorks are that relevant because mana dorks are definitely not as strong as they were once were.
No.
I'm still playing with the best 2 mana dork in my deck, which is Rattleclaw Mystic.
Rattleclaw Mystic, because it does produce 4 mana
It does.
at one point, and
It still does with my deck
Yeah,
when I want it to be.
Yeah. I mean, at the moment I play a black-green aristocrats in standard, so
Oh, I used to play that deck.
yeah,
I-
Death Mist Raptor's still best card.
I went to Team Megamorph,
Team
splashing
Megamorph,
black
yes.
for Tasiga.
Yeah, because Tasiga is one of those cards that
You can afford to splash
yeah.
in most decks. And it was
I
still
mean,
quite-
I mean, the surprising thing is, they never really expected Delve to get back to Legacy as well.
No, that's why the Treasure Cruise and
Treasure Cruise, Dig Through Time, even Gurmag Anglers seem playing Legacy.
I know, I've seen that.
It's insane at the
I
moment.
see he's plays in Pauper now.
Yeah,
Gurmag.
Pauper is a huge bomb.
It is. That's why I'm playing Mono Black Control in Pauper, because it's so good.
Grey Merchant.
Yep. Witches. Yep. Oh, look, I'll kill your Delver.
Yeah.
You can't kill anything of mine. That's the main thing, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, yeah. So,
I think we'll cut to ad break again.
yeah, we'll cut to commercial and
We'll see you in a bit.
see you for round 3.
See you then.
See you then.